soldiers. Today I learned that casualties doesn't actually mean people died. I tried to epically own somebody.
Was the news covering up for themselves when I heard that, but
Well, I was like, oh, here we go with the, all the Twitter slop X people are like 5 casualties. And I'm like, come on, most people think that means they died. And then I mean, that's actually the truth of it. Because like even I left the tweet up to take my lashings, but like there are 100 people in the replies that are like, it doesn't mean that. So first and foremost, everyone survived, which is, by the grace of God, lucky. We don't know much outside of this person was taken alive, correct? There's not much more else out there, unless I'm wrong.
That's what I
hate reporting on these type of breaking news stories because everyone just kind of extrapolates. You're going to have Laura Loomer being like, he screamed free Palestine. I know it. I know. Yeah, right. He did it. And I'm like, okay, let's just wait until we get all the facts here. And I know a lot of people want the attention and the clicks, and they're just hoping for their political cause to succeed here and their political enemies to get ruined. And I'm like, I haven't tweeted it. I haven't reported on it. I'm like, I'll just wait.
Well, the fact of the matter is this stuff is not uncommon on military bases.
No. And on this base specifically. There was a shooting on this base in 2022. Oh,
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, right now, we don't know anything really about it other than, it happened at Stewart Hunter Army Airfield in Georgia. It was locked down.
I know what it is. I know what happened. I know. It was an MK Ultra student running away from the mass psychosis programming and the CIA that we're putting a microchip in his, that we're going to have him carry out another attempted assassination on Donald Trump.
Yeah, I pay. That's just as viable as him screaming free Palestine at this point. What I think is weird, I mean, we can go back to the Fort Hood one that happened, the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard one back in 2014. Naval Air Station 29. This stuff happens practically every year, or every other year. And I did think it's weird that he was taken alive. I thought that was odd. And it seemed like everyone there was not carrying, but I don't know. I'm sure chat will tell me. Maybe this is like common on army bases that people aren't armed. But that is, as a normie, as a civvy, I'm like, this guy got taken alive? Imagine carrying out an active, going up against other military people. Like, I feel like that'd be the shortest rampage ever, but it's actually kind of not the case. PTSD. Go ahead.
Unless you knew they were like doing PT or something. Like, I don't know if they carry a weapon when they're like doing their group workouts or times like that, which would indicate that the shooter is like all the speculation I'd heard beforehand was like, was this someone who snuck onto the base or had access to base but wasn't military, or is it another soldier?
Someone said you don't carry on base unless you're MP. Only MP and SP carry. Okay, so you can't even carry on base, which seems dumb to me. I guess it's a safety issue. We also, like you said, we also don't know that this was a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody.
I think that's the concern. Like, if we have military bases on our own soil, and I agree, Luke, like, you shouldn't extrapolate, you shouldn't speculate, but I think there are obviously, it's reasonable to ask the questions like, who is this? If our own military bases on our own soil are breachable, what does that say about, military bases abroad? Should we be concerned about the safety of our soldiers? I think that's the bigger issue. And especially with military bases, it impacts the community around them. A lot of military bases are in towns where predominantly everyone in the area is somehow connected to the base. Like they work there, they're married to someone, whatever. So it's a very scary time for community when something like this happens.
Wait a minute. We have somebody in chat. I'm going to need some confirmation. Michael Noonan claims that one of his great-great-grandfathers died in the molasses flood.
What?
I need to know more. Is he memorialized? Because there is a memorial to the Great Molasses Flood that I think I want to visit. We'll go back to that. But
where is it?
Must be in Boston, right?
It's on the East Coast. Yeah, it's Boston, I believe. Yeah. 2.3 million gallons. That's 8,700 cubic meters. That's a big tank. That's huge. Not like,
With known structural defects. Wait, what was this person's relative's name? Because I have the death certificates pulled up.
Well, Noonan is their last name. It is not on the list. Oh, it is Thomas Noonan.
No way.
Whoa, Michael. Thomas Noonan, 43, longshoreman.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's almost so crazy that it's kind of a claim to fame, though.
Did he just go in there and like edit this in while we were talking about it?
In Wikipedia? No, I believe him. But like, I kind of feel like it'd be like getting killed by an asteroid. Like if somebody in my family, or like, you know, remember in the movie Donnie Darko, where this plane engine fell, and like it'd be like so crazy that it would probably be like, yeah, can you believe that? It wouldn't be as like, oh, that's sad. I don't know. Maybe it would be.
I think it's probably a combination, because if you have to say like, well, how did they die? And you're like, they suffocated on with molasses. Like they were suffocated by molasses. It's hard to even phrase that. I think that would be the weird thing. I'm sure in the moment it was just horrific, but having to then tell the story of your ancestors later, very unusual way to go.
Yeah, that is I mean, it's cool. It's better than freaking heart disease or something boring. If you're going to go out, I mean,
getting hit by a car, I mean, or molasses flood. I mean,
Jeremy, or Luke, either one of you, have you guys seen the show Pushing Daisies?
No.
It was a series that was around for a while, and it's got like it's about a guy who can like bring things back to life for like 60 seconds, but he can't touch them again. They're gone forever. And he teams up with a PI and solves crimes. But like, because they're often in the morgue, the deaths are kind of ridiculous. It's not just like, oh, they were stabbed. They were run over by, you know, steamroller or whatever. And
gross.
This is what it's not like, it's like kind of silly. It's hard to describe, but it's number one, a good show, but also this is what it's reminding me of, like that you would like open the door in the morgue and this person would be like coated in molasses. Yeah,
that would be wild. I guess there's really no new news on this other than, I guess, you know, I'm glad everyone survived bigly, you know, like, you know, 5 soldiers injured. Yeah. I mean, you have 5 people injured. Everyone survived. So like, you know, awesome. The person was taken into custody, which again seems odd to me. Why wouldn't the MPs just, my guess is they surrendered. So they're probably white. Just saying. Like,
you're profiling them already. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to be white. You know, I don't know though, because if they're white, it would have been reported by now. But with the military, it does add kind of a layer of security where they might not have, you know, like the MPs may have them. He may not even be with local law enforcement kind of thing.
Do you remember that plane crash in DC, and the military was really hesitant to give out the identities of the people in the helicopter that crashed into the plane? And largely
it took freaking days. Even though all of that should have been of record. And they tried to say, well, it was because, you know, it's because, you know, we have to notify the families, which was bull sausage. That was not why. They knew it was a woman, and they knew it was a training accident, and they knew that it was their fault. That was the reality of it. They let the wrong person get basically doxxed too. Like there was that trans individual that was like, people said that they were the one that were in the plane, but they weren't, or in the helicopter, but they weren't the one. By the way,
I felt like that was why they eventually revealed
the
identities. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like they finally had to say, and like, you know, quite frankly, this is just, it was just an accident, but it was the military's fault. And I wonder what those lawsuits are going to look like. You know, I wonder.
You've heard the audio where the highest ranking officer who's part of the helicopter says, like, did you hear the tower's instructions like right before the crash, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very sad. And also I think I wouldn't be surprised if there is action against the military because of that from the victims of the commercial flight.
Oh yeah, they deserve it too. I mean, that was their mess up. You know, it was during a training seminar. But I guess, yeah, so that's all we kind of know about that right now.
Well, the reports are coming in that he was a U.S. soldier, according to initial reports that did the shooting.
Okay, so at least it's not an outside person. I think an outside person would be harder to pull off because you'd have to go through security to get in there and be armed and stuff like that. So
I just never knew if it was like a civilian contractor who had some reason to be on the base but wasn't part of the military or something.
Yeah, I mean, it still could be a Free Palestine person. It still could be, it still could be a CIA MK Ultra person.
Victim.
Could be a ghost. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, everything is still up in the air.